friends, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for coming back if you've been here before. Today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading on your next relationship. As I'm filming this, we are at the end of September 2024, and I've just kind of been feeling the love mood, right? Something about fall and winter for me is all about, when you're thinking about relationships and connections, and you can cuddle in with someone and watch a good movie. So I wanted to do this reading for you. So this is going to be a timeless reading, and we are looking at your next significant relationship. And we have 3 piles today. Pile number 1 is going to be the Lovers with Gomez and Morticia. Pile number 2 is the Lovers card with Spider-Man and MJ. And pile number 3 is the Light Seers Tarot deck Lovers card with this couple here. So pause the video if you need to. Ask yourself which pile, or maybe piles, have a message for you. Let's jump right into the reading. I wanted to do a little bit of a reading breakdown so that you know exactly what to expect in this reading. As always, it's going to be a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But what we are going to be looking at today in this reading is going to be your energy, your person's energy, the connection, what that connection is going to be like, any signs and synchronicities that are going to come your way before you meet this person or as you are about to meet this person, what they may look like. We are going to be looking at the potential of the connection. We are also going to pull some oracle cards just to give you more information. And we are going to end it with some advice. I will also be doing some initials. So yeah, stay tuned. This is going to be the reading breakdown. This reading is also available on my Etsy store. Link is in the description box below. But let's start with these readings. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to Morticia and Gomez. And I'm going to place this card right here. As a reminder, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. We are going to be looking at your next relationship, your next significant relationship. So for this reading, I did do a reading breakdown if you want to check that out, but we are going to be looking at quite a few things. And we are going to start by looking at who you are and who this person is. So I picked 3 cards to represent you, and I picked 3 cards to represent your person. That being said, I want to do a little bit of a disclaimer. Sometimes, even though this is meant to be my viewer and this is meant to be the person coming in for you, you may find that the energy is opposing. If you feel like both of the piles or both of the people describe you, that could very well be that you will be meeting someone who mirrors you, who matches your energy. But if neither one of these sound like you, then I would highly, highly recommend that you either check out a different pile or maybe just this reading doesn't have anything for you, and that is okay. Let's get started. So let's start with your energy. And we have the Bardo. We have the Honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. And we have the 7th house with relating, and it says partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, and social awareness. All right. And then for your person, we have the underworld. Okay. And we have the North Node with destiny, soul school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, mature, experience, fruition, North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, and journey. And then the animal, we have the tiger. You are being called upon to provide leadership. So trust that you are capable of doing so. Okay. So pile number 1, let's begin by looking at your energy, and your energy is going to be on the left. Like I said, for some of you, it may it may be opposing where you may find yourself more here than here, but you want to make sure you are either here, or this reading may not be for you. So for my pile number ones, let's start on the left here. And I actually want to say before we get started, there's a lot of similarities here, but there's also a lot of differences here as well. So my pile number ones, you are someone who is very kind and compassionate. You are someone who is also very abundant and creative. For my pile number ones, both of these cards, the honeybee and the bardo, both speak to an energy of someone who is able to forgive, of someone who is very kind, the bardo does represent forgiveness. It represents transition. It represents grace and truth. And you are someone where you are able to recognize when you are wrong. You are able to grow. You are someone who grows from your mistakes. You are someone who is able to say, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm sorry about that. My pile number ones, you are someone who is very spiritual. You are someone who you value relationships. You value connection. When you are in a relationship, in a connection, whether that is platonic, romantic, whether whoever it is that you care about, they know that you care about them because you show up. You show up and you do the work. You show up and you make time and space for these people. You are someone who understands the flaws that humanity carries with it. You understand that people make mistakes. You understand that no one is perfect. You're someone who's able to look at different people's perspectives and different perspectives in general. So you can see, this person may have done me wrong, but I understand why, or I understand where they were coming from. For some of you, you are so kind that sometimes people have taken advantage of that. But I will say, I feel like you are in a place, pile number one, where that is not necessarily the energy that you are in, meaning that you have learned how to have boundaries where they are needed. Because I do think for a while you were someone which you were probably just letting people step all over you, or you were offering forgiveness maybe to people who didn't necessarily, I don't want to say that they didn't necessarily deserve the forgiveness, but they didn't deserve the forgiveness and to remain in your life. So pile number one, if this represents you, you are also someone who has been through a lot in this lifetime. And I think that that's why you are so kind and forgiving, because you know what hardship is like. When it comes to relationships, I do think you've dealt with people that have taken advantage of your kind nature. I do think that you have dealt with people that have seen your potential, seen everything that it is that you have to offer, and they've placed you in situations where, and you've allowed them, right? Because there's a need to take accountability for this. You've allowed them to place you in connections or be in relationships with people who have honestly used you in some way. That's coming through very strongly for my pile number one, my viewer, if you are resonating with this side on the left here. There's a lot of spiritual energy here, and this is a very spiritual lifetime for you, pile number one, where you are meant to learn a lot of spiritual lessons, where you are meant to explore a lot of spiritual principles. Like, I feel like this is a pile where you're probably very curious about many different spiritual practices. Like, you could be learning about different things, like maybe different religions, different spiritual practices, whether it's like, maybe you learn about shamanism, and then you learn about Reiki, and then you learn about mediumship, and then you learn how to read the cards. There's a lot of exploration here when it comes to your spirituality. You are someone who understands oneness consciousness as well. You really understand how we are all connected, how we are all interconnected, and how how someone is always going through something. As I was saying, with the seventh house being here, you are someone who really values connection and relationships. And I really do think that you've probably been waiting for this significant relationship to come in, for this life partner to come in. This feels like a group that is seeking something long term. This feels like, I want my soulmate, I want my divine counterpart. I want that, I want that counterpart to come in, and we're going to build a life together. For some of you, you've been single for a while. For others of you, you've been in relationships that have not been very fulfilling. I do think overall, this person here on the left, whether it signifies you or your person, there is this energy of, I am sick and tired of connecting with the wrong people. Like, you are ready to connect with the right person. You are ready to have a higher, more evolved relationship with someone. For some of you, you have very strong Libra energy, Aries energy coming through as well. I'm also getting the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for this pile. Those, you don't have to have any of those for this to resonate, but I wanted to mention them. This is as a person, this is someone who has had to deal with a lot of shadow aspects and integrate shadow aspects. For some of you, you may feel like you are a late bloomer in some aspect. That's coming through as well. A lot of creativity for this person here. If this represents you, pile number one, you are very creative, very spiritual, and you are constantly looking for ways to express yourself. For some of you, you are writers. For others of you, there's something creative coming through. Someone here could be a counselor as well. That's coming through. So that could be confirmation. Social work is coming through. Something in the health field is coming through. For someone, a teacher is coming through. This is a person that is very much in connection with the helping careers, or wants to be a helper, even if it's just in your personal life, not necessarily career. Let's talk about the person coming in for you, pile number one. Let's talk about this energy here, because we have the underworld, the tiger, and North Node. And I also wanted to say, my viewer, you are probably a introvert, but you do enjoy one-to-one connections where there is close connection and a lot of trust and honesty and partnership. So you may have a few close friends that mean everything to you. And again, there's this energy of, I just enjoy connecting, and I enjoy being able to show who I am and what I am and be vulnerable with other people. But let's talk about this person coming in for you, this next relationship coming in for you, because this energy is very interesting. As I said at the beginning, there are some similarities, but there's also a lot of differences. So this person coming in for you, pile number one, is very brave. This is someone who, they've been through a lot as well. And what they've been through should have probably broken them. But instead, what it did was that it created this inner strength, this courage, this bravery within this person. This is someone who, at first glance, may come across as almost aggressive. And I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. Like, this person comes across as no nonsense, no BS. They know who they are. They know what they want. They come across as very confident. They may even have a energy about them that is a little bit on the intimidating side. This is not someone who is coming in and is being meek, or they're being unsure of themselves. They are coming in and they are acting out of their divine masculine energy, regardless of gender. This is someone that is showing up in their divine masculine energy. They know what they want. They know who they are. They know how they're going to get there. And I don't care how tall this person is, they have a big aura. Like, this is someone that could be whatever height they are, but their energy is big. They come across as almost like a bear. I'm kind of getting the bear spirit for this person. They are very much aware of what their future holds because they've decided what it is that they want to manifest. This is someone who is very clear about what it is that they want to manifest in their life, and they are working towards that. No questions asked, no doubts. This person does not allow self doubt to get in their way. Again, this person probably comes across as an extrovert when you first meet them. And there's a lot of no nonsense for this person. They are very much aligned to their purpose, and they are very aligned to their integrity. This is someone who has a lot of integrity, a lot of ethics, and they are not willing to betray who they truly are. Now, I will say, I do think your person probably struggles a little bit when it comes to their emotional side. Like, I think this person operates more from the masculine, and I will say this person here operates more from the feminine. But this is someone who, when it comes to being vulnerable, they may not be as comfortable. Because what I'm seeing is this tiger is hiding a domestic cat, right? Like, there is a nice little kitten underneath this person that's there that they will show to those that are close to them. But when you first meet them, what you get is that tiger energy, which can be intimidating. This person is very capable. For some of them, they may be working as a manager. This is someone who can be an entrepreneur. This is someone who, regardless of what it is that they're doing, they take pride in their work. They take pride in their appearance. They take pride in who they are. Your person, pile number 1, this person right now is working on getting to the next level. And I feel like for many, this is going to be their career. This person is also working on their spirituality. I will say, I don't think this is someone who's openly religious or spiritual. This feels like more of an internal process of them getting to know themselves in a spiritual manner. But I don't necessarily think this person would call what they're doing spirituality. I do feel this person keeps very active. They may go to the gym. I'm seeing lifting, and I'm seeing running. So they could be someone who does either of those. That could just represent them keeping active and them constantly being on the go. Trying to see if anything else wants to come through. This is not someone who necessarily shares their hardships. This is not someone who necessarily shares their biggest fears with the outside world. That is reserved for them. For some of them, they will share it with someone very close to them. Both of you have a small circle. I will say, I do feel like this tiger person has a bigger circle overall, but the people that are actually close to this person, the people that this person lets in, is a very small amount. Like, they may be an extrovert, they may know a lot of people, but not everybody gets to see them, not everybody gets to be super close to them. I want to start with, let's take a look at the synchronicities. Let's take a look at the synchronicities that are going to be happening when you are about to meet this person. No place like home. We're going to place that here. So these are the synchronicities, message in a bottle. Okay. So when you are about to meet this person, you will know, because what's going to happen is that you're going to feel it coming. I feel this pile is very intuitive. You're going to feel it coming. For some of you, you're going to get that sense of something important is coming, and it feels like a homecoming. And I also think that this pile, before you meet this person, you're going to be doing a lot of self-work, a lot of personal growth is going to be coming. You're going to feel at home within yourself. You're going to feel comfortable within your own skin. I do feel for my pile number ones, for most, if not all of you, you've already been doing the work. For some of you, this person is going to start to show up energetically before they come into your real life. What do I mean by that? So you may start to have dreams with this person where you may sense that someone is coming. You may also start to get kind of messages like, for example, you'll be listening to a song and it feels like something stands out. You'll be getting messages from people outside of you. For others of you, if you meditate, you may get a glimpse of someone coming. For someone here, you're already seeing footsteps. I don't know if this is a dream, but it's almost like footsteps. Like if you're having a dream where there's somebody walking towards you and you can't see who it is, that is confirmation that this person is coming very soon. Your spirit guides are going to send messages through visual aids, and for some of you, clairaudience, so clear hearing, where again, it could be like you're reading a book and something stands out, you're watching TV and something stands out, a song and something stands out. But the signs that are going to be here is two major things. You're going to feel more at home within yourself, more comfortable within yourself, but you're also going to get messages about this coming into your life soon, once this person is about to come in. And I do want to say for pile number one, I do feel this is coming in sooner rather than later. That's really coming in strongly because I think both of you have been doing the work. And I think your person is ready. For some of you, if you relate with this honeybee energy, you're still doing some clearing work. Pile number one, if you are guided to, if this resonates with you, do a cord cutting. Do a cord cutting to any limiting beliefs around you not deserving your person to come in. For some of you, there's doubts. Like you want this relationship, you want a connection, but there's doubts because so far you haven't met the right one and you're starting to doubt yourself. That's ego coming through. A cord cutting ceremony, or even a fire ritual, like a fire bowl burning ritual, can be helpful where you are releasing those fears. But you're going to get signs. For some of you, it's going to come through like a TV show or a movie. I want to take a look at what might this person look like. And I do want to say before we pull these cards, this is a general reading. So take it as it resonates. This part especially because many different people are going to be watching and not everybody's going to be looking exactly the same. So this is just to give you an idea. Spirit, for my pile number ones, what will their person look like? What can their person look like? For some of you, this is going to resonate. For others of you, it's not. So for someone here, blonde hair. And this blonde hair can be my viewer as well. But let's see here. Let's see what else we have. A long nose. Something about the nose. What else do we have? Long hair. So for someone here, it could be long hair. Wavy hair. All right, because we're having so much about hair, I would say pile number one, there's going to be something about this person's hair. It doesn't necessarily have to be wavy, long, or blonde, but there's something about their hair that stands out. We have mole here. And I also want to show you this because it stood out. Dark brown eyes. So again, especially this part, it is just for extra confirmation. Since this is a general reading, take it as it resonates. But I do feel for this group, there's going to be something about this person's hair. For some of them, for some of you, it's going to stand out when you meet them. And the dark brown eyes are also coming through as something. There could be an intensity to this person's gaze or eyes. We're going to look at the connection itself. So what is this connection going to be? What is this relationship going to be? We have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Chariot. Very interesting. Wow, the Nine of Cups. Okay. So, pile number one, what is this connection going to be like? Once you meet this person, once you connect with this person, what is this connection going to be like? This is going to be a very nurturing connection. This is going to be a connection where you're going to be able to express yourself, and so is your person. This is an energy of we can show up and be seen for being exactly who we are. This is also with the Queen of Cups being here and the Chariot card being here. This is going to be a very spiritual connection where both of you are encouraging one another to grow and expand. I do feel a lot of passion in this connection. I do feel you're both going to enjoy to do things together. So this is a connection where I can absolutely see travel, where I can absolutely see regular dates. I feel like there's things that you both want to do that you're going to be able to do together, especially when it comes to, let's take a trip, let's go out, let's try this thing. For some reason, I'm seeing like, a cooking class together. I'm seeing like, art classes. I'm seeing like, for some reason for this group, there's this energy of you're going to be taking like little workshops, little classes together. A lot of traveling. This is a wish fulfillment for both of you. So this person is going to feel like you just had a wish granted. There's going to be a lot of gratitude in this relationship from both of you because you are both getting what you've been desiring. This is going to be completely different from other relationships with this Two of Wands. This is someone who feels different from past connections. And I think for many of you, it's because they're willing to communicate. They're willing to be open with their feelings. They are willing to work things out. I do feel this relationship, one of the things that's going to work for both of you is that you both have the desire to work through your issues, to work through any conflict. And this is not a connection or a relationship where you feel the other person is going to bail and walk out on you. That's coming through strongly. I also feel that in this connection, the things that make you weird or eccentric, right? Those are the things that this person is going to appreciate about you. So, for example, let's say that you have, you collect something, or let's say you're into something and in the past partners have made fun of you for it, or they've kind of, not accepted you for it, or they've kind of just made little comments that made you feel some type of way. This person is not doing that. This person is just that's a part of you and they accept that. They may not agree with everything that you do or everything that you're into, or they may not share the same exact interest when it comes to everything, but they will respect you for it and they will hold space for you to like what you like. Like, for example, if you're into, I don't know, like let's say you collect books. And this person would go out there and like buy you a book and just be like, look, I saw this. I thought of you just for your collection. Let's say that like your thing is collecting mugs and, your previous partners were like, why are you just having all these mugs? This person may just buy you one and get you one and just say, I saw this. I'm thinking of you, or whatever it is. They're holding space for you to be everything that you are. For some of you, you will have a pet with this person. For some reason, the little white dog is standing out to me there. Or if you have a pet and they have a pet, they're going to get along and you are going to enjoy, you're going to fall in love with each other's pets. That's coming through. It could be cats as well. It could be bunnies. It could be anything. But something about the pets is standing out. For some of you, you could get a pet with this person. But this relationship, this connection is full of love and understanding. And it's a connection where both of you are able to be vulnerable. Both of you are able to be heard. Both of you are able to be seen. I do feel this is going to be a very generous connection from both sides. I don't feel like this is a connection where either of you are keeping track of who's doing what. It comes across as we're together. Let's enjoy it. Let's just put more in, like, let's both pour into this financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And like I said, I don't necessarily think the underworld person is overly spiritual or outwardly spiritual, I should say. But I think for many of you, that's what they're going to be understanding. That's what they're going to respect. Like, they may not necessarily be the most spiritual person, but they understand that you are pile number one, and they're going to hold space for that. But yeah, this is going to feel like a wish fulfillment. A lot of trips, a lot of dates. For some of you, their family, their friends are going to become like your own family, your own friends, and vice versa. You're going to support each other through projects as well. Some of you may be moving to another place together once you meet this person, once you are in a relationship with this person. Like, for example, even if you both live in the same place in the same state, you may eventually move out somewhere else. I do feel for many of you, you will buy a house with this person, or you will get a home with them together at some point. This definitely has potential here to last a very long time. You will be teaching each other how to embrace all of what you are. The underworld person is going to be helping the honeybee person gain more confidence. And the honeybee person is going to be helping the underworld person feel more at home and more comfortable with their emotions. Let's take a look at the potential here. Let's take a look at the potential. What is the potential here? Offer, gesture, engagement, wedding, rejoice in your union. What is the potential here? Fear, darkness, hesitation, insecurity, know that you are protected. The potential here is that you are both going to, and I'm going to say potential because every relationship has a potential, but both people have to work at it, right? So that's why I'm saying potential. The potential here is that you are both going to overcome fears when it comes to connection, because I do think you've both had shaky connections in the past. So the potential here is for marriage, it's for union, it's for a life partner. That being said, again, you both have to work out on it. You both have to be open to it. But that is the highest potential here, is to overcome fears when it comes to relationships and get engaged, get married, have a life partner. And that's why I think I saw the house. Like, this feels like this could be the real deal. And what's interesting is that you were drawn to the lovers with Morticia and Gomez. And that's kind of what this feels like. Like, this feels like two people that are very eccentric, that are going to be able to come together and appreciate each other for all that they are. And I don't think that you've always had that available to you, pile number one. And I don't think that your person had that available to them either. Hold on. Let's take a look. Let's pull some additional cards here. I'm going to shuffle these on camera. And this is going to be messages of love. All right, Spirit, for my pile number ones, what other messages do you have here about this next relationship? Pile number one, what other messages do you have here about this relationship? This is a very beautiful connection, pile number one. Actually, I was going to pick one, but both of them wanted to come out. So, I'm not going to say it because it's YouTube. If there's anyone in your life and this is the energy that they're bringing, and obviously you're watching this for a reason, right? You're watching a next relationship because you want a relationship. So if there's someone in your life and they have hot and cold energy, they got to go. Because in order for this person to come in, you have to have energetic space for them. I will say this person, when they do come in, they're going to know what they want. They're not going to play games with you. So if someone is playing games, or if this is the type of energy that you have, and look at what's underneath that. I want to show you these three cards. Some of you could be in denial and you could be entertaining someone thinking that they are a divine counterpart. That is not who they are. I actually want to show you one more because I just realized. You may just have a attachment to that energy. That energy has got to go. Pile number one. If you want a relationship, because I'm not getting that this is the energy that this person would come in with. Yeah. Your soul remembers this intense connection. This is someone, if you believe in past lives, this is someone that you've connected with before. At the very minimum, this is a high-level soulmate. Yep. Here we go. Interference. What is this interference? And it says an external party is intruding on this relationship. What is this interference? For some of you, this is not going to be for all of you. For some of you, it's because you're entertaining this energy. It's an F boy, F girl, F they, them. You're entertaining this energy and you're in denial about what that energy is. How do I want to put this? Pile number one, if someone is playing with you, if someone is stringing you along, if someone is keeping you chasing them, if someone is in that hot and cold energy, if they're in and out and they're just playing games, they are not your twin flame. They are not your divine counterpart. They are a karmic soulmate, a karmic lesson. Now, you have free will. You get to decide how long you're going to entertain that for. That's fine. But in order for this to come in, this interference needs to be cleared. For some of you, it's on both sides, meaning on your side and on your person's side. But if you are holding on to someone and the energy is hot and cold and you think they're going to change all of a sudden, I do feel this is someone new. And this is why you have to come home to yourself and be comfortable within yourself and your own power before this person comes in. Now, if that doesn't resonate and this energy is not in your energy field at all, then that's them and they have to clear it. And Spirit is saying, do not worry about it. They will clear it and they're getting close to clearing it. Yeah, for some of you, there's going to be a need to spend time alone in order to manifest this person because you need to do some inner work and you need to create space for them, right? We cannot store something in a closet if the closet is already full. The same way we cannot welcome in a new energy if there's already energy taking that space up. And you are safe and divinely guided. So this is saying, don't worry about it. This is going to come together. So again, if there's someone in your energy that's playing games with you and you're entertaining them because you think that they're going to change, or that is a divine counterpart, or that is a high level soulmate, or that is a twin flame, whatever you want to call it, that's up to you. You can do that. But just know that person is interfering with something better coming in. For those of you that there's no one else in your energy field, you're not entertaining anyone, you're not holding on to anyone, this is on their side and Spirit is saying we will take care of it. Let's take a look at the advice. And we have independence. Yeah. Some of you are meant to spend some time alone before this person comes in. If you're already alone and you're not entertaining anyone, you're doing the thing. Don't worry about it. Again, for those of you that are, that's who that message resonates for. It says, I embrace total independence and I see how empowering that is. Even when I'm in a relationship, I can still be independent by meeting my own needs and creating my own happiness. When I do that, I am the fullest version of myself. And I have much more me to give without needing pieces of me in return. A scientifically impossible expectation. So let's look at the other one. And it says wisdom. With every relationship, I gain invaluable wisdom. I'm continually learning which qualities stimulate, support, and inspire me, and which ones make me want to cram a soup spoon into my ear and turn it slowly. In that sense, even failed relationships are actually successes. See how wise I sound? Yeah. And another thing that's coming through, pile number one, is don't be hard on yourself for your past. Don't be hard on yourself for the energies that you have entertained. Those energies had to teach you certain things, right? And what you are learning, pile number one, at this time is independence. What you are learning is how to remain true to who you are, because I do think my pile number ones, especially for those of you that resonate with the honeybee, you've lost yourself in the past, and this person coming in, they don't want that for you. They wouldn't even respect that out of their partner. That is the truth. So that is why my pile number ones, you are doing the work before this energy comes in. Let's take a look at some initials. So we are going to pull some initials for you. Pile number one. Trying not to look, but I'm also trying not to spill them. All right. Let's see. What do we have? So this could be a name. This could be a confirmation. Just whatever it is that you see. We have R-A-V. Rave. Somebody's going for a rave. R again. M. N. D. T. Q. Some of you are chasing a runner. That is not this person. Ram for someone. Maybe you... For someone, I'm getting two things. Ram, you know, the actual vehicle. But I'm also getting Ram. I actually would not be surprised if this person drives a truck. I'm also getting some of you Aries energy. Trying to see if I see anything else. I usually never see it till I go to edit the video, then I see a bunch of them. But if you see any words, put them in the comment section below. Ren. I'm seeing Ren for some reason. Dan, Daniel, Danny, Danielle. That's all coming through. Okay, pile number one. I hope you see some other words. I'm sure I will see many of them. That is what I have for you. I hope this resonates. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments section below. If you'd like to purchase a personal version of this reading, you can do so by visiting my Etsy store. Link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for being here. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to this Lovers card with Spider-Man and Mary Jane or MJ. And as a reminder, before we get started, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. For this reading, I did do a reading breakdown at the beginning. You can go back and check that out. But essentially, we're going to start by looking at your energy and this person's energy coming in for you. So my intention when I laid out the cards was that you were going to be on the left, your person was going to be on the right. So if by chance you are flip-flopped where you are on the right, the person is on the left, that is okay. If you feel like both sections describe you, that is also okay. That probably means that the person coming in for you is someone that you have mirrored energy with, which is quite common. Now, if neither of these sound like you, this is not the pile for you. Try picking a different pile, or it may just not be the reading for you. But let's get started here. So we have the box. We have moon energy with feelings, and it says instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy. I was going to say pirate. Privacy, embodiment, emotion, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, mother. And we also have the cat, domestic. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. All right, let's put those there for now. And let's take a look at your person's energy. We have the sustainer. All right. I like that energy. Kiwi with do a walking meditation each day for the next week. And then we also have, Cancer is ruled by the moon, and we have the moon representing one person, which is probably you. And then we have Cancer representing the other person. And it says feeling sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, mooding, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, family oriented. Very interesting. All right, let's get started. So, pile number 2. We're going to talk about you first. And again, if it's switched around, that's fine, but I'm going to refer to this as you, my viewer. So I am going to call this person the cat person, and I'm going to call this person the kiwi. So for my cat person, you are very reliable. You are very stable. This is the energy of the friend that you go to when you are struggling. This is the energy of someone who will take the shirt off of their back and give it to you if you need it. This is very dependable energy. This is very loving energy. This is also very sensitive energy. So for my pile number 1s, who are you as a person? Again, you're very dependable. You are very reliable. You are very... some would say predictable. And I do think that this person, right, this cat person, or you, my pile number 2s, is someone who enjoys things that can be predictable. Someone who enjoys knowing what's next. Someone who enjoys safety. Someone who enjoys structure. Someone who is very logical, but also very emotional. Pile number 2. That's the energy that's coming through. And when it comes to connections, I will say my pile number 2s, you can probably lose yourself in connections. And I think in the past you have absolutely lost yourself to connections. And what's interesting is that we have Spider-Man and Mary Jane, and some can say that Mary Jane kind of did that at some points in her relationship with Spider-Man, right? And I think an important lesson that you've been learning, pile number 2, is the importance of keeping your identity and keeping yourself as a whole person and as a separate entity in your relationships. As I was saying, you are someone who is very reliable, and you are the person that others go to when they are struggling. You are someone who carries a lot of the loads of the people around you, meaning, let's say that you are in a friend group. You're the one kind of carrying that friend group. You're the one that sends out that text message to make sure that everything is still okay with everyone. You are probably the first one to reach out. You are probably the one that sets up the lunch dates. You take on a lot of the emotional work for other people in connections. And I think for many of you, and I say this respectfully, for many of you, you struggle with unhealthy codependency, because we are all codependent, right? We are humans. We are meant to be codependent. We are social creatures. But I think that at some point you've struggled with a level of unhealthy codependency for my pile number 2s. And again, you're learning how to embrace yourself more, especially in connections. And you are very multi-layered. You have a lot of facets to you. You have a lot of layers to you as a person. Because as I was saying, you're someone who values logic. You are someone who is very discerning. But at times, you can also be very emotional. And I think for some of you, you may even struggle with that emotional side, where sometimes you feel like you're too emotional. You feel things deeply. You're the one that, you're watching a movie and something happens and you're crying. You hear about something bad happening to a stranger and you are crying. You feel for them. You have a lot of empathy, pile number 2. You're also very playful, very loving. You're very curious, but I have to say, for my pile number 2s, some of that curiosity kind of gets drowned out by fear, because you like to know what to expect. And when you are curious, that's not always necessarily possible to know exactly what to expect. Um, you are someone who values the rules, and I do think you follow the rules. Like, this is not the energy of someone who is very rebellious. This feels like, I growing up, you were following the rules. To this day, you follow the rules. You follow the rules at work. You follow the rules in society, and that's a very beautiful thing to have. Um, you're very aware of your spirituality. For some of you, you're very clairsentient, clear feeling. So you have strong intuition. You have a strong gift of intuition, and you receive guidance through your feelings, through your gut feelings. This could be an energy of someone who is a Cancer. It could also be Scorpio, Pisces energy. But your moon, out of the big three, sun, moon, rising, your moon kind of runs the show. You may have a lot of aspects to your moon in your natal chart. For some of you, you have a lot of Cancer placements, a lot of Scorpio or Pisces placements. This could even be Sagittarius placements for some of you. You also can have a lot of, or significant, I should say, Earth placements. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through. But this feels like a very interesting energy because it feels like a back and forth that happens within yourself of like, I want adventure, but I want predictability. I want to be logical, but I also have a lot of feelings. It feels like a very interesting energy that you probably deal with from time to time. And it also, I will say, pile number 2, one of the things that you may struggle with this energy here is that you may be someone who places limitations on yourself that are not needed. Self-perceived limitations. You may box yourself into thinking that you are not able to do certain things when you absolutely are. And one of the things that you are here to heal in this lifetime is rigidity and fear. But pile number 2, let's talk about your person. Let's talk about this Kiwi person here, because this is very interesting energy. I want to say this is giving counterpart energy. For some of you, this is a twin flame divine counterpart. Take those labels if they resonate with you, and we're going to confirm that with the other cards, but that's what it's giving based on the cards that we have so far. Because you are both extremely reliable. You are both extremely structured. You are both extremely determined. But let's talk about the sustainer here. Let's talk about this Kiwi person, because this is someone who is very generous, and they're also very abundant. Other people depend on your person. So this could be someone that owns a business. This could be someone that runs a business. This could be someone that is a higher up in a position. Or at the very least, like, let's say this person has children, or this person has parents or siblings or whatever. They may rely heavily on this person. And this is someone who is used to taking care of other people. This is a provider. This is someone who is used to taking the responsibility. And I will say, pile number 2, so are you. But this person does it to a whole nother level, where I think there are people that actually count on this person for their livelihood. Whether that is because they run a business, or whether that is because this person is actually supporting them, there are people that look to your person, to this Kiwi person, as a provider and depend on this person. Your person has an energy of an overworker. I do feel this is someone who is a little bit of a workaholic. They are constantly working, constantly on the go. If they may have more than one job, or they may be in charge of more than one business, is what I'm getting for this person. They are doing the work. They are exhausted, but you would never know that by looking at them or by talking to them, because that's not something that they're going to share with everyone. They're not going to tell everyone that they're tired. They're not going to complain. This is someone, the grin and bear it. That's the energy that this person is giving. I have to work hard. I have to make things happen. So I'm just going to do what I need to do. Nobody needs to know that I'm tired. Nobody needs to know that I struggle. I carry all the responsibilities on my shoulder extremely well. Now, this person, I do feel for some, this person already has children. For others, there's a possibility that you can have children with this person. If you don't want children, ignore that. That's not for you. This is someone who's very supportive, very, very, I want to say reliable, but there's another word here that wants to come through, and I'm not thinking of it. This person is giving strong Capricorn energy. They have strong Saturn placements in their chart. I keep hearing the rock that holds things together. That's what your person is. This person is going to be a provider for you as well. Once you are with this person, they're going to take care of you, not only monetarily, because I do feel like this is someone who takes care of people monetarily, physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, this person is going to take care of you. This is someone who really needs to ground their energy, because I think that that's something that they struggle with because they're always on the go. This is someone who is very sensitive, but they don't allow themselves to have the time to be sensitive, if that makes sense. It's like they're always on the go to the point where they don't have time to just sit with themselves and check in with themselves. For some of them, they do need to, and I think they're already working on this, but they're working on how much responsibilities they take on, because for some of them, they can become resentful of having to do so much. And again, I think this is something that they're already working on. This feels like someone who works with their hands. This also feels like someone where they're working hard and they're making money, because I do feel this person is successful, but you wouldn't necessarily know that by looking at them. But the people around them, if you ask them for something, they're going to give it to you. They're going to come through and really give you what it is that you need. This person takes their responsibilities very seriously. Like I said, for some of you, this person is already a parent and they have to take care of their children. For others of you, they could be taking care of like a parent. Like for many of you, this person is taking care of someone. For a few of you, this could be just, the energy that they carry. But I do feel for many of you, they're already taking care of someone. I forgot to say this, but I feel for my cat person, some of you work corporate jobs. For both of you, I'm kind of getting like accountant energy. This person may own their own business. I keep hearing mechanic. I don't know why. This person may own an auto shop. They may work on cars. Something along those lines is coming through. That's not going to resonate for everyone. Take it if it resonates. Let's take a look at the signs and synchronicities when you are about to come together. Higher power. And what else do we have? Time for a nap. Pile number 2. One thing that I want to say is both of you are very much connected to the moon energy. And for this pile, I would highly, highly recommend, if you are trying to manifest this person into your life, a great way that you can do that is by working with the moon cycles and doing like new moon, full moon, affirmations or rituals that can be very helpful in bringing this person in. But what's going to happen right before you meet this person, is that you are going to feel this sense of surrender. You are going to feel this energy of, I am where I am supposed to be. There's going to be almost a comfort that comes through. For some of you, you will feel this person coming. You will see them coming in through dreams or meditation. I'm also getting for this group, you may stop looking. So if you're someone who is actively looking and seeking for a relationship, what you may find is that right when this person is getting ready to enter your life, you almost give up and you say, you know what, I'm going to take a break. I no longer care. This person is going to have to find me. And that's when you connect with this person. That's when this person comes into your life. And for some of you, this person is going to be coming in through work. For others of you, you are going to be living your day-to-day life and you're going to connect with this person. It could happen at like a restaurant, at like a farmer's market, some sort of event, or it could be a work event. For someone here, I heard PTA. So you may meet this person at a PTA meeting. If you are a parent and they are a parent, that is quite possible. Take that as it resonates. But overall, there's going to be this inner knowing that this person is coming, and it's almost like you surrender it to the universe. And then this person shows up like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm just going to let them show up whenever it is that they're ready to show up. And as you do that, you make space, and then next thing you know, this person shows up. I will say for this group, 4 to 5 months for many of you. Obviously, many different people watching, that's not going to be true for everyone, but I'm seeing 4 to 5. Could be weeks. Most of you, it's going to be months before this person comes in. And also, there's a reminder here, again, work with the moon cycles. Because for many of you, you are very much connected to a moon goddess. It could be Artemis, Diana, Persephone. I know Persephone is not necessarily a moon goddess, but that's coming through. And work with the moon cycles. Work with the moon cycles to manifest this. The next few new moons and full moons can be especially helpful in manifesting this. Some of you are going to meet this person at like an actual supermarket. That's coming through. Let's take a look at what this person may look like. And as a reminder, it's a general reading. So this is going to be more for fun, this section here. Take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate with what your person will look like, don't take it. Wavy hair. Very interesting. Let's see what else we have. Blue eyes. So for some of you, this person is going to have blue eyes, or you can. For some of you, this person can dye their hair, or you can. I think for many of you, that's my viewer. That's confirmation for you. Thin eyebrows and a high bun. I'm going to keep the wavy hair out. And as you saw, long nose is there because I did not remove the deck. So again, this could be confirmation. This could just be, some of them may resonate. None of them may resonate. All of them may resonate. Take it as it resonates for you. But I do think for your person, it's going to be almost, I don't want to say instant recognition, but I do feel like you're going to talk to them and feel very comfortable with them when you first meet them. Let's take a look at the connection. So we're going to take a look at the tarot cards I picked, and this is going to tell us more about the relationship, the connection, what that's going to be like. 7 of Wands, 3 of Swords, the Emperor, 6 of Wands. Okay. All right, let's talk about it, because I know some of you are looking at this 3 of Swords and you're getting scared, but don't, because we're going to talk about it. So this connection is going to be very healing for both of you, but especially for my viewer. Because what this connection is going to do is it's going to give you an opportunity to heal from heartbreak. Now, pile number 2. Most of you have already been working on healing. You've been working on healing from past heartbreaks. You've been working on healing from past disappointments. You've been working on healing your relationship styles. What this connection is going to do is it's going to give you space for you to practice being in a healthy connection with someone who is respectful and someone who is going to honor your boundaries. Because what I feel like is in the past, pile number 2, you've struggled with putting boundaries. You struggled with overgiving when the other person was not giving to you. You struggled with perhaps even one-sided relationships. So this relationship is going to be very healing to your heart, and it's going to be with someone who is going to respect you, someone who is going to be honest with you, and someone who is going to want to build with you. Because we have the Emperor here, and the Emperor is about building foundations. This person is going to invest in you, and you are going to invest in them. And what I feel like the dynamics are going to be like in this connection is that pile number 2, I don't necessarily think that you've had someone who has been willing to provide for you, to give to you. This person, this Kiwi person, is exactly that. They are a provider. And what I don't feel that this Kiwi person has had is someone to invest in them emotionally, to see them, to hold them, to support them. And you are both going to show up and give to each other what you are lacking. So there's this energy of a lot of healing. And I think that this Kiwi person has had a lot of heartbreak. I would even venture to say they've had more heartbreak than my viewer. Because they've been disappointed deeply. They've been betrayed deeply. So it does feel like 2 people that are coming into a connection with hope, but also with a level of fear, with a level of trepidation almost of, I need to be careful. I don't want to get my heart broken, but I also understand that if I want love and I want romance, I have to put myself out there. But there is a little bit of hesitancy, right? Like, I'm hesitant to go into this. I'm hesitant to put myself out there. I'm hesitant to open my heart to someone. That's the energy that's coming through for both of you. And what's happening is that both of you are exactly what the other one needs. And there is a lot of success in this relationship. There is this energy of feeling comfortable, feeling seen, feeling heard, feeling appreciated, and there are strong possibilities that you will build a life together, especially with that Emperor card being here. You're building together. But for this relationship, it's going to be extremely important that both of you keep your identities. This is not going to be a relationship where you're going to mesh into one another and lose yourself in the process. You don't need that. You don't want that. They don't need that. They don't want that. With the 7 of Wands, you are very protective of each other as well. I have to say, I think for the Kiwi person, and I think for maybe both of you, there may be some people around that tend to take advantage of you, and you're both going to protect one another from that. But you're going to have boundaries with each other. And this is someone who's going to respect your boundaries the same way that you are going to respect their boundaries. So this is really coming through as a healthy relationship. There are some growing pains where you do have to get to know each other's love language. That is true with any relationship, in my opinion. But there's also a lot of success here. There's also a lot of happiness here. I do feel as a couple, you're kind of like the stay at home, have, movie nights, cook together. Like if you travel, it's probably like, let's take one trip a year type of energy for this group. That's what's coming through. I feel like we have 2 homebodies here. We have 2 people that really take comfort in being with one another. And for some of you, there's going to be this, we're going to be so comfortable with each other that we're going to be able to just be in the same room and not even have to talk and be comfortable with that. And that's beautiful. Let's take a look at the potential. What is the long-term potential here? What is the potential in this relationship? Yeah, look at this transformation, breakthrough, reinvention. You're ready for the next level. Very interesting. That's confirming a lot. And summer, it's time to see the sunny side. Your answers arrive in summer. Whew. Pile number 2. That's perfect. That sums it up, right? For many of you, you've been struggling in finding your person. You've been struggling in the connections that you do have. For some of you, you may just feel lonely on a day-to-day basis. Like you may be surrounded by people, but they don't necessarily get you. They don't necessarily see you for who you are. There is a lot of potential in this relationship. The biggest potential is for transformation of how you view yourself and relationships and how you relate to yourself and others. And there's the potential here. What's going to happen here for my pile number 2s is that you're going to enter this period of happiness, of sunshine, of, the sunny side of life, a relationship that feels good. But again, this isn't just being given to you. You've worked very hard to learn lessons and to get here. And you're going to work hard in this relationship as well. That's coming through clearly. For some of you, you will meet this person in the summertime. For others of you, there may be a summer wedding a destination wedding. Take that if it resonates. But a lot of transformation here. Again, self, relationships, just a transformation of your life through this relationship. All right, let's pick some oracles here. Let's do some oracles, additional messages. Spirit, what do my pile number 2s need to know? What do my pile number 2s need to know? Anything that I may be missing, what do my pile number 2s need to know about this next relationship? You can't make this up. We've been talking about boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. Part of what you need to learn in order for this to come in, pile number 2, is how to have boundaries with yourself and with others. And part of the lesson for both of you revolves around boundaries and having boundaries with other people. Leap of faith. It is safe for you to make the move that you're considering. For many of you, this is going to be a leap of faith because there's a lot of fear here. You've been hurt. They've been hurt. There's a lot of fear. So you're both going to be taking a leap of faith and meeting each other. It is time to decide about this relationship. Pile number 2, get clear about what it is that you want. For some of you, you are sending mixed messages where you want a relationship and then you don't. And you want someone to come in and then you don't. And you're ready and then you're not. So get clear about what it is that you want. Get clear about what it is that you need. And then get clear about what it is that you don't want and you don't need in your life. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Some of you are getting impatient. And that's why the energy is so hot and cold, because you're trying to manifest it. It's not showing up the way that you want it to. You're being asked to have patience because this has to come together at the right time. And I know. I roll my eyes too when I hear it. But sometimes it's best to wait for things to happen at the right time than it is for it to come together before it's meant to and it doesn't live up to its highest potential. In that meantime, practice the boundaries, focus on yourself, and focus on your self-growth, and give yourself a break. For some of you, you've done everything that you're meant to do. And now it's time to just relax. And put away the computer. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. Both of you are overworkers. I do think this Kiwi person works a little bit more than what was the other animal? I forgot that fast. Oh, the cat, right? The domestic cat. Than my cat person. But this is also saying give yourself a break. Give yourself time to just be. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to overperform. You don't have to be productive 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Give yourself a break. Take a break. Surrender. Right? Just give yourself a timeout. Go have fun. All right, let's see what the advice is. You have got to be kidding me. Pile number 2. You got to work with these boundaries. Look at this, boundaries. I claim my right to set healthy boundaries and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken and sometimes it's given. And sometimes if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day. You got to have boundaries with yourself as well, because some of you have a very self-critical talk where you're telling yourself this is not going to happen, blah, 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 blah. Patience. It's coming. It's yours. It's meant to be. You've earned it. You've worked for it. Trust it. Also, don't just let anyone into your energy because they're there and they're available. Warmth. I focus on warmth and let it guide all of my interactions. No matter how others behave, I choose to respond warmly. With warmth, I can melt any icy exterior. I can soften any hard feelings. I can microwave any pizza. Today, I adopt the saying, kill him with kindness, and turn myself into a warm and loving cereal. Not going to say it because it's YouTube and they hate certain words, but you saw it. Pile number 2. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Love on yourself. Self-care. This person is coming. You've earned it. They're coming. They're meant for you. You are doing what you're meant to do. Do what you're guided, but don't just act from a place of fear. Let's take a look at some initials. Some initials that may be significant. For some of you working with rose quartz, and the spider could be a spirit animal. Don't ask me why that just came through, but it did. But let's take a look at the initials. So we have R. We have R. We have D. We have O. D. T. G. W. W. A. H. E. I. E. We have a lot of E's. I said this to pile number 1, and I'm going to say it to you. When I'm editing, I can usually see so many words. When I'm filming it, I don't see that many. So if you see anything, write it down in the comments. But the we is standing out to me very strongly. This is a partnership. This is going to be a partnership. This is giving a lot of we energy. Gate is here. This is being, somebody's gatekeeping this in the spirit realm to make sure that when it does come together, it is in perfect timing. You are closer than what you think. I know I don't see an M, but I'm seeing home. This is going to feel like coming home to yourself. This is going to be the person that feels like home to you. For some of you, you may be a fan of wrestling. For others of you, you may be a fan. You may be very active in animal welfare. This person is going to be very attractive to you, and you're going to be very attracted to them. Ron is coming through as a name. Doug is coming through as a name. Some of you may meet at a dog park. That's coming out of there. Don't know how, but that came through. But yeah, let me know what else you see in the comments below. I'm sure I missed many of them. Let me know if you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Share if you feel like it's worth sharing. I would appreciate it so much. And let me know what you'd like to see next in the comment section below. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I am sending you so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Light Seer's lover card here with this beautiful couple. This is one of my favorite lover cards. So, before we get started, as a reminder, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. And for this reading, I did do a breakdown of what the reading is going to be. You can go back to that. The timestamp is down below. But essentially, we're going to start by looking at your energy and their energy. And my intention when I shuffled these cards out was to see your energy on the left, their energy on the right. That being said, it could be flip-flopped. So if you listen to this and neither one of these sound like you, this is probably not your pile. You can try picking a different pile. Or it could just be that this specific reading does not have a message for you at this time, and that is absolutely okay. Let's get started here. So, pile number 3, you are being represented by the shaman. Very spiritual energy. Ooh, the rattlesnake. The experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Whoo, pile number 3, you are my healers. Okay, I don't even know what Saturn wisdom. Holy moly. That's a lot of spiritual energy. Pile number 3, are you a reader yourself? Are you a spiritual worker of some sort? But anyways, this card says Saturn, wisdom with discipline, structure, time, responsibility, test, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, and scaffolding. I'm sure someone's going to correct me in the comment section below. Appreciate all of you. All right, let's look at your person's energy. The gem. Okay. Emu with this is a good time to go on a new adventure. And Leo, the lover. Okay. This is giving opposites attract, but we're going to talk about it. And it says expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self-confidence, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, vital, guileless, egotistical, juicy, proud, trusting, excessive. Okay, yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, pile number 3. Let's talk about my rattlesnake person, which, like I said, for most of you, you're going to be the rattlesnake. But this is someone who is super spiritual. This is someone who can have a career as a healer. This is someone whose purpose involves healing in some way. And even if you are not working as a healer, you offer healing to the collective by being who you are. With the shaman card here, you are a student of spirituality. Whether you are a student because you have a mentor and someone is teaching you, or you are a student that is self-taught, there is a lot of... I'm sorry, I just realized there is a snake here and here. Whew, okay. You are constantly going through transformation. You are constantly evolving. You are very self-aware. You are very introverted for this group. Like my viewer, my rattlesnake person, you are extremely introverted. You are very connected to nature and to the world of animals. I do feel for many of you, you may have more than one pet. You may just feel very connected to nature. You may do work with animals. You may just go out and be out and about, and animals are just finding you. They are just, you know, like you're driving your car and you look up and there's like a bird just flying right above you. You may constantly find feathers. You may constantly have animal visitors at your window. Something with animals is coming through very strongly for this pile. You have a lot of spirit animals at the very least. Pile number 3. You are also very disciplined, and you are someone who has learned very difficult lessons through very difficult experiences. For some of you, you had to grow up very early in life. You had to take on responsibilities very early in life. You were always an old soul. Like you were probably the 5-year-old that was sitting in a room, reading your books, not playing outside, or you may have grown up in a family, in a household, in a situation where you were made to be the adult. If that's the case, I am so sorry that happened to you, but you are the type of person where when you were a child and people talked about you, they talked about how mature you were. They talked about how, how much of a wise soul you were, and are, right? Because you are a wise soul. You are someone who, you have a lot of wisdom. you have a lot of advice to give. You seem to just know the answers. So you can be talking to someone and they can be asking you a question and the answer just comes to you. You're very claircognizant or clear knowing. You may just know things. For some of you, you're also very clairvoyant. This could also be very clairsentient. This could be more than 2 to 3 of the clairs. Others of you, you could be a medium. But there's a very spiritual energy. There is a very old soul here. And you've also gone through difficult experiences. And I really do feel for this group. For my rattlesnake person, a lot of this was in your childhood. And for some of you, you have a very strong mother wound that you are still working through. If that is the case, I am so sorry. But my rattlesnake person, you are also someone who has a lot of shadow aspects that you are actively working to integrate. You're very diligent when it comes to your spirituality, learning and evolving. For some of you, you could work as a therapist as well. Some of you are spiritual healers, but for others of you, you could be like a therapist. Regardless of what you do for work or as a career, you are a healer. And like I said, you heal people by being and by existing and by showing up as you are. You're also very powerful, but you're just beginning to understand the power that you carry. Some of you are going to be sharing about your healing journey with others, and that's going to help them heal. This is the archetype of the medicine woman. For some of you, you either cook very good foods or you can make like tinctures or like salves, or it's like something that you make. For some of you, you make candles. This group, you could do a lot of healing with teas, food, something that you consume is coming through. That's not going to resonate with everyone, but this could be like, even if it's just for you and that's what you do with your time, with your off time, like you create healing meals for yourself and then you feel better. You're constantly shedding, right? We have 2 snakes here. You're constantly shedding, growing, evolving, transforming. For my pile number 3s, you're probably a night owl. That's coming through. Some of you are really more active at night. You could have many significant dreams. You feel very close to rain and thunderstorms for some of you. Again, a strong connection with nature regardless. This is my group where fall and winter may be your favorite seasons. Trying to see if anything else wants to come through about you before we move on to this emu person. Life is not easy for you, pile number 3. You have to earn it. It feels sometimes like you take 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Like it feels like life is sometimes very hard, but you're not someone who gives up. You keep going. You refuse to give up. Love that about you, right? Like you're not giving up. You're not just going to let life win. You have to try your best and put yourself out there. You're very determined. You know what it is that you want. For some of you, your 29th to 30th birthday was very significant. There was a lot of changes. Your Saturn return, things became slightly easier for you. You could be Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. For many of you, you could be a Capricorn, Saturn. I said the thing about the mother wound. Some of you also have a father wound. My pile number 3 is my rattlesnakes. You are very balanced. You operate from the divine masculine and the divine feminine. You are very balanced when it comes to those energies, and that's not very common. So you can kind of switch back and forth very easily when the time calls. For some of you, you may actually be studying to become a shaman. Okay, let's talk about your person, because the gem energy is very unique. And what's interesting is that we have the Gem and we have Leo, both of which are things that stand out, right? And we see it in the card, right? We see this, all this black and white energy, and then we see this very bright gem. And the thing with Leo is that Leo is the lover. Leo is the ego. Leo likes to stand out. Your person is very extroverted. Your person is always ready for adventure. Your person is always on the go. And what's interesting is that this really feels like a case of opposites attract, because I don't feel that that's the case with you, my rattlesnake person. It feels like you're more of the kind that wants to stay put. You're more of the kind that takes your time with things, where it feels like this gem person, this emu person, is always on the go, always ready for the next adventure. They're not, how do I want to word this? They're not super self-aware. That's not their strong suit. They're not always looking within. They're looking outside of themselves. They're looking for the next big adventure. They're looking for what's coming next. For some of you, this feels very early to say this, pile number 3, but I'm going to say it. We'll confirm it with the cards. Some of you, this energy is already in your life. Some of you, this is someone that you met and you've disconnected, and they may be coming back in, or you may be reconnecting to them in some way. That's not going to be for all of you, but this gem person is very, very fast moving. This gem person is very adventurous. This gem person is very much aware of how they come across, and it's very important for them to be perceived in the way that they want to be perceived. They want to stand out. They want to be the center of attention. They want to be liked. And I have to say it because it's here for this emu gem person. They may actually have low self-esteem, which they overcompensate for by trying to be the brightest and sometimes the loudest person in the room. Now, this is also someone who is very funny. This is someone who is very entertaining. This is someone who is very unique. There's not many people like this person, and that's why people flock to them. I do feel that this emu gem person really enjoys learning about different things, and they're kind of like the jack of all trades, especially when it comes to communicating and relating to others. They always have a story. They always have some piece of information that they want to share. And I do want to say this is coming from a good place, but there is that level of underlying insecurity to this person. And I think that what keeps them going and what makes them always be on the move is that for many of them, they don't necessarily want to face themselves. They don't necessarily want to connect with themselves. They don't necessarily want to slow down and go within. That's why this feels like the energy is so opposite here, because it also feels like my gem emu person is one of those people that appears to be lucky, where things just work out for them. So it feels like my rattlesnake person has to work very hard to get where they are. And for the gem and emu, it just kind of comes together. It just kind of falls into their lap and they get to enjoy it. This person, like I said, the life of the party. Very extroverted, very willing and able and ready to connect with other people. For some of them, they may even come across as a little bit cocky. But I really get this energy that they are very approachable. It's like they just want to be larger than life. And that's the energy that they put out. I want to take a look at the connection. Let's take a look at the connecting energies here. What the connection... Actually, no. No. We're not going to do that. We're going to stick to the script. And what we're going to look at is the signs and synchronicities before they come in. What are the signs and synchronicities? Yin. Unfinished. Yeah. For some of you, this is someone from the past. Yep. Okay. There's always one. Somebody's ex always comes in, or somebody's situationship always comes in. Okay. For some of you, there's going to be two distinct piles here. For some of you, this is somebody new. I want to say you guys are probably in the minority. For others of you, this is someone that's coming in. Whether this is an ex or whether this is someone that you've had a situationship with or whether this is someone that things just never really took off with, there's this energy of this is just someone that you already know that's kind of coming back around, if you will. For those of you that that's the case, when you reconnect with this person, you're not going to be seeking them out. They're going to seek you out. You're going to be focusing on yourself. You're going to be doing the healing work. You are going to be going within, and this person is going to pop in. I'm almost seeing like a Jack in the Box, like a very, like it's out. It's here. I'm here. Hey, how are you? This may come through a text message. For those of you where you don't know this person, they're coming in with a lesson. And the way that you're going to know that they're coming in, the signs and synchronicities that you're going to know that they're coming in, is you're going to restart a cycle. There are going to be things that are going to be repeating from this cycle and this person comes in. But again, for most of you, this is someone that you've already connected with. This is someone from your past. This is someone that you know in some capacity. Even if it wasn't a full-blown relationship, you know them in some capacity. Even if it was like we just grew up together and I know of them, I knew them as a child and now they're back in town. I don't know what the storyline is, but for many of you, you know this person in some capacity. Let's actually jump into, again, we're going to stick to the way I said I was going to do things. We're going to look at what they may look like. And as I've said in the other piles, this is a general reading, so this is going to be a very general what they may look like. If it's confirmation, take it as such. If it does not resonate, leave it. This is just what they may look like for those of you that need that extra confirmation or for those of you that Spirit wants to give this information to. Long hair. This could also be confirmation for you if you have long hair. This is a slim build. Glasses, so they may wear glasses. With the slim build, I know that this is a female body, but this could be anyone. Dyed hair. Long nose. I think all three piles got the nose. No, I'm lying. I think it was two piles. And thin eyebrows. For some of you, this person is going to have dark skin. For others of you, straight hair, since that fell out. But again, this is just, this is for confirmation. And for some of you, it's going to resonate. For others of you, it's not. So take it if it resonates, leave it if it does not. Let's jump into the good stuff, right? Because I want to know what this relationship is going to be. Let's look at the tarot card and let's look at the connection, the relationship. What is this? Three of Cups. Page of Pentacles. High Priestess. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So as far as the relationship itself, if you've known this person, some of you have absolutely already know this person. If you've known this person, there's a brand new beginning here. This feels like a completely different energy for this person. They're coming in with new energy, new intentions. They're coming in slightly different. Regardless of that, this relationship is going to be very grounding for both of you. Now, this feels like a relationship that's going to be a very slow start and it's going to build up. And I think that makes sense because I think there's some level of hesitation here going into this and some level of let's take things slow. There is a basis of friendship here for both of you. There is a basis of, we genuinely like each other. We are genuinely friendly. There is an energy of we're just trying to figure out if we can be more with this connection. There's a lot of independence in this connection, so I do think both of you require that level of independence. Both of you require that level of, we're together, but I need to do my own thing at times. I do think you will spend time together, but you will also spend a good amount of time, recharging, doing your own thing. This is a very spiritual connection. If you believe in fate and destiny, this feels like a fated connection, like a fated relationship, if you will. Like, you are meant to come into each other's lives. What you do with that is going to be completely different, and we're going to look at the potential shortly, but it feels very fated. It feels like it's meant to at least come together for a short time, and then what you do with that from there is going to be completely up to you. As far as the relationship, this is a very grounding relationship for both of you, because I think you both have what the other needs. And I think that what's going to happen is that the gem person is going to help the shaman be more outgoing and kind of get out of their own way at times and have more fun and be more adventurous. And at the same time, the shaman person is going to help the gem person ground themselves. And I think the shaman person is also going to help this gem person face themselves, because that's not something that this person is comfortable doing. They're not comfortable facing themselves and their reality. And it feels like this shaman person is coming in, and you're teaching them. It's okay to look in the mirror. It's okay to sit with yourself. It's okay to stay home. It's okay to skip the party. It's okay to see yourself for what you are. And I also think the gem person is going to be teaching my shaman person to be a bit more sure of themselves, more confident. Together, what these two are trying to build is a stable relationship. But the approach here is one that's like, friendship is the basis of this. Friendship is what keeps us, it's what keeps us going. And I love that for you, pile number 3, because personally, I believe that if there is a friendship before a relationship, it is one of the most beautiful things that you can have. With the relationship, there's a lot of success here that both of you are going to help each other achieve on a personal level, but also together. Also on as a team, if you will. For some of you, you may go into business together. For others of you, only take this if you want children. There is a possibility for children to come into the picture. If you've known this person, it's possible that that this never came together because there was a different party involved. So it's possible that at the time that you met, or when you were trying to connect, or like maybe you had a crush on them or they had a crush on you, but there was another relationship in the way. But this is really going to be grounded in trust and friendship, and building that trust and that friendship up. There's a lot of abundance here for this relationship. It's like you both become more abundant when you are together than apart. For some of you, this is going to be very healing to your inner child. Let's take a look at the potential. I want to see what the potential is, and we'll get into some oracles. What is the potential here? Outcome, results, conclusion, ending, you will get a resolution. Yeah, we have unfinished symphony, and now we have outcome. This is an energy that just, you need to see it through. You both need to see it through. And cycles, yeah. Momentum, force, life cycles. Stay grounded in the now. Pile number 3. The potential here is going to be different for different people. Regardless of the outcome, the potential here is that you will get a resolution on this. For some of you, this feels like the one that got away. This feels like, in my heart and soul, I know it's not over. In my heart and soul, I know this person is going to come back. In my heart and soul, I know there was more to the story. And the potential here is, regardless, you're going to get an outcome. You're going to see this through. For those of you that this isn't someone coming back in from the past, you're breaking some sort of cycle. I will say, out of all three piles, this is the pile where the outcome can be anything. Where this goes and what happens can be anything, because it's really going to be up to where you are each at individually and where you are at when you approach this. And I feel like this is going to be especially true for the gem person, because I think for the shaman, you are very connected to your intuition, to your higher self, and to your purpose. But I think the gem person, they can kind of, it depends on what energy they come into this with and how much effort they put into this. Like, this feels like it has the potential to last a lifetime, or it has a potential to last, a short time. And it's going to be different things for different people, again, based on where you are at and the type of effort that you put into this once you are together. But regardless, at the conclusion of this, a cycle will close. And for some of you, it's going to be the cycle with this person, either because they stayed in your life forever and ever as a life partner, or because you realize that maybe it's not right for you. Different things, different people, take it as it resonates. And again, I really feel out of all three piles, this is the one where it's like most up in the air how this will go. Because it feels like the other two piles had this energy of like, it's very likely to go this way for this group. It's like, it's different things, different people. But regardless, you're going to get your outcome. You're going to get your answer. You're going to close the cycle. Because some of you have not been able to move forward. Some of you have not been able to let this person go, and they haven't been able to let you go. And there is an opposites attract to this. And I want to say, at the very least, this is a soulmate. All right, Spirit, what else do my pile number 3s need to know here? What other energies are here for my pile number 3s when it comes to this relationship, to this connection? Balance. One person is giving too much. One thing that you want to be careful, pile number 3, my viewer, you tend to give the most. If this is someone coming back from the past, let them earn your trust. Let them earn your time. Let them show you they're not in that same energy they were in the past, especially if in the past the energy was very hot and cold. And this is also saying, don't lose yourself to this connection. If it's unbalanced, take a step back and let them realize that you're taking a step back. Because there's really a potential here to activate a chaser-runner situation. And for some of you, that may already be active, where you're kind of both in between, like you're both you're going between the chaser and the runner, where sometimes you're running, they're chasing, at other times you're chasing, they're running. Intuition, you already know the answer you seek. For many of you, this is the person that you are thinking of. Here and now, I really do feel you know who this person is, and your intuition already knows this, and your intuition already knows that this is not the end and that there's more to it. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags. Absolutely. This is really the pile where you need to see things for what they are. Because I think that the outcome and how much the other person gives to this connection, and for many of you, the other person is the gem, is going to depend on how you act. Like, if you stand in your power, I do think this person cares and they will respond. But if you allow them to activate the old cycles, the old patterns, they're going to do that, and it's going to be the same exact outcome. Put away the computer. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. So for some of you, again, being here in the present moment, but it's essential for this group to keep your identity. Let's look at this. Forgiveness. Yeah, for some of you, there's forgiveness coming in here. Yeah, second chance. Look at this. Second chance. Yeah, for many of you, this is going to be someone that you already know. Again, the type of connection you knew them in, different things, different people. But let's take a look at your advice. I'm a catch. I'm a total catch, and I know all the reasons why. I know that anyone would be lucky to be with me, and that doesn't mean I'm arrogant or snobby. Self-respect is just one of the many qualities exhibited by this complete and utter babe. Pile number 3. This person needs to know that you respect yourself. You need to know that you are a catch. You need to know that you deserve the best. You need to know that you deserve respect, and you need to know what you will and will not put up with. That is going to be essential to the outcome of this connection. Stop it. Look at this. Stop it. Wants and needs. I take stock of my relationships, and I'm honest about what I want and need from the people in my life. I note the difference between the two. Wants are negotiables, needs are not. Both may be desired and either may be acquired, but that's getting into the Venn diagram territory, and no one wants to draw one of those. Though some of us might want to. Pile number 3. If you take anything from this reading is, if this is someone from your past, you need to break the cycle. You need to approach it in a completely different way. And one of the things that you need to do is realize your value, realize what self-respect looks like, feels like, and make sure that you demand it. And you don't demand it by talking to this person. For example, if they disrespect you, you can go talk to them and say, this is not how we act. But if they do not change, you need to take note of that, because the biggest form of communication is action. It's not what they're saying, it's what they're doing. And you need to hold them accountable and have boundaries with this person, because that is what they are going to respond to. Pile number 3. This can actually work, but you both have to do the work. And part of the work for you is to know your worth and know when to walk away when you are not being cherished the way you deserve. Because I want the absolute best for you, pile number 3. And that's what you should want for yourself. Let's take a look at some letters, some initials here. That's a lot more than I thought I was going to grab. All right, let's see. So we have M, Y, A. The month of May may be significant. G, E, W, F, E, A, U, R. For some of you, there's a lot of fear. Have fun with this. X. Some of you are writers. I don't know why. I just saw Feeny from Boy Meets World. Goodness gracious. Oh, you know what? Feeny is all about lessons. Yeah, there's a lot of lessons here. As I said to the other piles, I don't usually see the words until I'm editing and I'm looking at it on the screen, and then they become absolutely clear. So I'm trying to see. Some of you may have a G initial. Some of you could be an RN. Actually, that would make sense with that shaman energy. Some of you could absolutely be in healthcare, nursing, something along those lines. EXO, a lot of hugs and kisses here. A lot of back and forth. We, yeah, have fun with it. Because I saw fun, I saw we. Have fun with it. But also set your boundaries. Make sure that you're holding this person accountable if they come back. And remember, you don't have to accept this person in. Let me know what you see in the comment section, because I always miss them. So if you see something, let me know in the comment section. I hope this resonated with you. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know in the comment section what you'd like to see next. I will be posting every week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now.